Thanks for staying with us here on the AM show. Now, city authorities in Kumasi were on Monday compelled to move traders out of the Dr. Mensah area of the Central Market for disregarding social distancing following the lifting of the lockdown. Some recalcitrant traders who put up some resistance had their wares destroyed after security personnel were called in. Nanaya Ojima monitored and came through with this report.
City guards break down empty wooden boxes of an adamant trader. Already, her bananas have been loaded into a pickup truck by some security guards. She will not let it go without a fight.
I've been home for 3 weeks. I came back just today and see what they've done to my wares.
Many of her colleagues have been chased out of the market by city guards and a few military men. During the lockdown period, a shift system was instituted to ensure social distancing here at the market. Traders interpreted the lift of the lockdown as breakdown of the measure adopted.
I came to buy some foodstuffs but couldn't enter the market after seeing the crowd. They had taken over the center of the market. Social distancing was being disregarded, hence the action the security took. A few of us restricted ourselves to our stores, but our colleagues who are not supposed to be here came to cause the overcrowding you saw.
Traders who belong to the shift team, who have legal mandate to operate here, will not let go easily. Member of KMA Security Committee, Justice Anoche, reveals the assembly will meet and re-strategize for the market.
Previous, it was a few who were being issued, who received the cards. Now the lockdown is over. We are going to sit down and meet the leaders again.
The VIP bus terminal at Asafo, leaders wielded canes to keep away even drivers and staff because it was not yet their turn to have their buses loaded. It's a measure of ensuring social distancing among staff. They've all been forced to purchase face masks for protection. Second trustee Francis Asamoah reviews some of their vehicles have been made to halt work in adherence to social distancing in buses.
We are waiting for our leadership to revise our mode of operations. Later today, a decision will be taken on how we can get all our coaches back on the road.
Meanwhile, passengers have taken their safety into their own hands. For JoyNews, Nanaya Ojima reporting.
So that's Nanaya Ojima with the Kumasi situation yesterday. This morning, my colleague Maxwell Agbagba visited the Kaneshie market. We'll bring to you what he's found. Afterwards, we're going to engage local government experts on the situation. We know the Medina market, remember, during the period of the lockdown, because they were not observing social distancing directives, that market was closed. Opened. What is happening to it now that there are no longer restrictions? We'll bring you that situation as well. Here's Maxwell Agbagba's report from the Kaneshie market.
Back to the Kaneshie market. That wasn't the case yesterday, just some hours after the restriction on movement was lifted. Now, coming here to this market, the usual feature that you find here at Kaneshie market, the traffic on that particular stretch is back, with a lot of people going about their normal duties. Now, before we got to the Kaneshie market, we were at the Malam market, where market women were observing, social distancing. Many of them have spread out such that some of them have left their tents and their sheds, and they are doing business outside the market, because we are told that if all of them would want to be at the main market, then it means that there will be complete disregard for social distancing protocol. But because they do not want that to happen, I'm told that authorities have allowed them, some of them, to sell on the sides of the street. What we also observed was that not many people are wearing their masks, and even here at the Kaneshie market, not many people are wearing their masks, contrary to the president's advice that people should wear their masks, as a way of stopping the spread of the coronavirus. Here at the Kaneshie market, at the bus terminal, we've been here for the past 30 minutes just observing. This is not backed by any signs or any data, but by just what I've seen here. Out of 10 people you find, just 2 of them, will be in masks, in complete disregard of the president's advice, and in complete disregard of advice from health experts and the WHO. Let's get close up and speak to some of the taxi drivers who are here at this market. Let's find out from them how they are ensuring social distancing and other protocol that would help them or prevent them from contracting the virus. Chairman, okay, this man is in mask. It's a good thing. Chief, you're welcome to join you.
Thank you. Great.
I see you're a taxi driver here.
Yes, sir.
You're in your mask.
Yeah,
but there are other people who are not in masks. What have you been telling your colleagues who are not wearing them?
This man was selling it this morning. The man who was taking the ticket.
Yeah.
He came and sold it this morning, so I bought it for him. But the others, some of them have it.
Okay.
But only when they are moving, that time that they wear it.
Okay.
See, but when you are on field that day, it's not. I mean, some of them doesn't wear it. But me, once I'm ready to move, I have to wear it.
So how do you say that you're ensuring social distancing here? Are you even able to adhere to social distancing here?
Yeah, we do it. Okay. Because since the lockdown came, it's only today that I've come to the park.
Okay.
But I've told them that whenever we are standing, we should not close. We should not get close. We should, do the social distancing. So we, this union, we are doing the same that the government said.
Tell me, during the lockdown period, how was your business affected? How was your...
That one year, I can even tell you that we have suffered a lot. You see, as I told you, it's only today that I've come to work. It was not easy. Even where I was, I'm at Ablikuma. I went to the station. They told me that once I'm not a member over there, they cannot allow me to work. So I was at home. So it's only today that I've come to work.
Wow. So how are you feeding the family?
Oh, tightly. That time we were going to the lockdown, I was having a little money with me. Yeah. So I used that money to do some 1 or 2 things. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
My car is full up, so I'm moving.
Okay, definitely. Okay, so you just heard from the taxi driver there. He's in a mask. One of the few people we have seen here, wearing the mask here in this market at the Kaneshie terminal. I told you about what we are observing here at this bus stop. Quite a number of people who you see joining the taxis. Some of them are in mask, which is good. I see a man who is in mask himself. Okay, he wouldn't want to speak to us. Let's try and see if we can speak to the drivers. Okay, now the drivers are getting their mask. Chief, what's your name? Yeah, what's your name?
My name is Daniel.
Okay. How are you ensuring social distancing here?
Oh, I think everything is cool here. We are managing here. Nothing happened.
How has this affected your business, the coronavirus pandemic? How has it affected you?
Oh, I don't think anything has affected me. So,
you mean nothing has changed?
Nothing has changed.
Nothing has changed. Okay, great. And good to see you in a mask. Yeah. So, now we are beginning to see quite a number of people wearing their masks here at this terminal. Let's get closer to the market women who also do business here. Social distancing, very important. Let's see if we would see some of them observing that here in this market. Let's get closer to them right now. Okay, so the cobblers here want to speak to us. They want to talk to us. Yeah, how are you doing?
Oh, I'm fine.
Okay, tell me, how are you ensuring social distancing here? I think you're too close to your friend.
Oh, the social distancing, I don't know. Where you too long?
But it's supposed to be 2 meters. Well, I'm just telling him that he's too close to his friend, but he says that even this is much of a distance.
I think social distancing there. Okay, more. 733. I didn't distance. I am correct. She said, Michelle Sana, TV stream media. Michelle said, on the way, on the crano, and Michelle said,
well, my friend insists that we are adhering to social distancing here at this place. So tell me, time out now won't be Jumano. Time out lockdown now enforced. How did it affect you? With business, say 3 weeks now won't be Jumano. Say put me here now. We are saying now won't sako.
I do credit. I want your money. Time out I didn't cost no dear. Yabre anyam kwa. Yabre fi obi am medjuma. 3 weeks no obi am medjuma. Mo obi am fi bebia. And I was saying that I was buy no to be share. One bibia ntimi anka yensem. Ebe si na nsa na ye bi. And no bread here. So me kasa obi e feel good ofia. Without doubt. Obi abre papa. And here be nso de eye mom by all baby the better boy. Baby nso de ntimi boy.
Well, he says it was really difficult. It was really difficult for him and then his family, but it's good that they are back at this point. Nipa bebre akase, you drew 1,000 cases in Anka and say abino or my you know rounds and Anka says I lift the lockdown. Maybe so said or lift it and a year and I saying Osha.
Okay, that's where I say Nuclear media. Some of the BA lockdown and yeah, they say I know Nuclear. I don't know 44 and 54 and I say acronym until I lockdown. Say and until I lockdown the next abandon okay acronym about doing so best study there. They say I call 1044 there and I say 1043 no. Now I was say to be trim. Say other regions in bet me I lockdown or abandon actually fear about boy.
Well, essentially what he's saying is that well, it's not good that government lifted the lockdown because when we were at 54 and the cases were increasing, that was when the imposition of the restriction of movement came into force. So one would have thought that once we get into 1,000 cases, that would have continued. So he thinks that the lockdown that was lifted is not good. But a common so diamond for boys say a common diamo almost say hunger virus common thing coronavirus
and say a common diamond for but yama bani and more bebre bet me aboa omo common diamo ofino say omo tracing case na say na omo nya kwan aye tracing questions na yina awofina amofa bet me ya ho omo a yare no wo omo ho omo say me makasa common epidemic by ya boa by ankra jumani and one of the baby by wakoji escaping and say as can it also
well so
all right, so Maxwell Agbagba with views from some persons at Kaneshie. Let's get on to Zoom now. We're speaking with Mr. Fred Oduro-Ejako. He's Acting Dean, Institute of Local Governance Studies. We want to bring all the issues together, also talk about the market itself and how difficult it is to social distance sometimes. Good morning to you, sir. Hopefully you can hear me. Hello, Mr. Ejako. Hello, sir. If you can hear me, I'm saying good morning to you. Okay, well, not quite. We have to work on that. Mr. Fred Oduro-Ejako is Acting Dean, Institute of Local Governance Studies. We want to get his perspective on what the MMDAs could do differently to ensure that people who do business in the market can also respect the rules, the social distancing rules, the hand washing rules, and certainly the hand sanitizing rules as well. He's joining us via Zoom. Let's see if we have a better connection now, particularly with the sound. Mr. Ejako? Okay. Well, not yet. We'll take a quick breather. We'll be back. Hopefully, we can make a great connection and have the conversation.